The following program was paid for by Southern American Media.
Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we're off into a Thursday morning, and it's going to be wet. Don't forget that umbrella.
It is definitely a good day for a duck out there. They are going to be happy.
Yes, it is.
Maybe I won't have to take Daffy back to the reservoir, where I hurt my reel bit.
That's right. Let's hope not. As we start today, let's go ahead and pull up radar where everybody gets a little look of what's going on. Now, we do have some showers to the west of us. Newton County this morning, as we pull this up, as you'll notice there, if you're going down I-20 near the Red Goat, as you get near Hickory there, the Dollar General, and northward and east of Decatur and up to the Little Rock area, we've got showers there. A little bit there on Highway 19 in between the Rock House and also between Walmart there on 19. As we back out, now the bad news that we've got to tell you is we're under a level 1 today for severe weather. Let me turn that off, too. That just wants to get in the way. But look to the south of Meridian here, Odie, Laurel, Hattiesburg.
Yeah, we're going to see rain for a while, and we're going to get a lot of rain dumped on us. But they have a tremendous amount of rain that is dumping on top of them right now.
Well, what is this we see to our east, all that bright yellow? That would be a tornado watch until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Matter of fact, let's pull this up and show the severe threat today. Now, as you'll look at this, Alabama, that is where some potential severe weather could happen. As we look at the Meridian area, we're not so bad. Our biggest threat is going to be wind, without a doubt. Cuts right through Clark there, taking in Quitman, Lauderdale County, a level 1. It's not all that bad, but rain and wind is our biggest. 30-mile-an-hour gust, Odie.
And it's one of those that if you don't have your yard furniture put up, anchored down, it could be at your neighbor's house.
I need you to go out and see if you can bend my flagpole back. It's got that lean from that last storm.
We need to turn it into the wind this time.
Maybe it'll bend it back.
Yeah.
I really didn't think that flagpole would bend. I spent the extra money, got this nice aluminum base like that, and it just...
At the bottom.
Yeah.
So at the stronger part of this pole is what bent.
It was horrendous.
It was tough.
Now, I don't know what to think about this, but this is a national story out of Michigan that I thought we ought to bring up. After 138 years, a streak has been broken of family, and I can't even imagine this happening, Odie.
No. And you can imagine somebody's going to spoil this little girl.
138 years, a family has never had a female in it. Their first baby girl was born into the family after 138 years. What are the odds of that?
That's something. My nephew's dad, his family is boy. And so when him and his wife got pregnant, they said, "Are you going to have a gender reveal?" And they said, I don't know, because it's going to be a boy.
They knew.
And they knew. It's just law of averages, it's going to be a boy. And they had a gender reveal, but he's...
I remember, technology back in 1993 wasn't what it is today, but I remember that we went up there and they done that little thing where it looked like they put motor oil up on Angie's belly, and they moved this thing around, and they said it was going to be a girl. And I said, no, it's not. And they argued with me, and guess who was right? Me.
Was right, yeah.
I knew. I looked.
And now he works for NASA.
Yes, he does. Go, boy, go.
That's right. Make Daddy proud over here.
Let's see here what we got going on. Good morning from Aldersgate. Miss Pat, how are you doing? So glad to have you join us. From Neshoba County, we got James.
Charlene's not working again. There she is on Facebook saying, hey.
She's just hiding, isn't she?
Yeah. Steve Horn called me last night.
What did he have to say?
Good buddy of mine, a brother of mine, and we just sat here and talked. And he says, "Look," he said, "I'll watch you."
Yeah, what did he say
on
about
that Scotty Ray show? And he said, "I love it." He said, "You make my day. Y'all make it so much more enjoyable getting up in the morning." And so, Steve, I appreciate you're watching.
Yeah.
And good morning. Have a good day out there.
Now, rumor is, and I don't have time to grab the picture, but I know that there's something out there. Rumor is that Odie was taking pictures with women right off of 14th Street yesterday.
Yeah, well, it was just one woman.
It was just one?
Yeah. But she was.
We're going to get that picture posted today. Odie, that was just a grin, and we do appreciate every time.
She was wonderful.
Was
Let me tell you, yeah. So that's something that we'll definitely have to bring here and let everybody meet her soon, and let her talk about what she's doing. And I think she's got a great cause going on, but somebody that is just bubbly. And she looked over, and me and Ryan were talking, and she said, oh, "You're on that Scotty Ray show." And I said, "Yeah, boy." She just gave me a big old hug, and it was on. And Ryan says, "Hey, y'all stay right there. I got to get a picture."
That is great.
Yeah, she was a wonderful woman to meet yesterday, and thank you for talking to us.
I'm seeing that there's a possible wreck this morning of a rollover accident at Cook Road and Timber Lake Road, which would be not far between Highway 39, just off Highway 39.
Yeah. So Cook Road right there, well, it comes out on...
What's the little road there from Bailey?
Bailey of Dogwood Lake.
Yeah.
And it crosses right there and comes back out on Old Poplar Springs Drive. So if you're out that way, yeah, be careful as you go through there.
Oh, we got roads that are slick, and this will happen. We hope no one is hurt on this. Yeah. Now, we're awaiting word this morning from Clark County. We had an accident last night, I-59, around the mile marker 137. I don't have 100% for sure, but I'm leaning more and more that we may have had a fatality in that wreck. I'm waiting for official word from Clark County on this and how sad that is. We hope to have more on that, report that to you here in just a little bit. Next, we head off to the big story that is shaking Philadelphia this morning. Anybody in Philadelphia watching today? Well, we've got headlines from there as we look at what went on there. And let me find the story there, Otis. And where did it go?
We just had it up.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do here.
So we got some good morning, Miss Beverly, good morning, and Miss Winnie, and we've got Miss Alicia. We've got some people out there. Jonathan said it's a good thing his fridge ain't stocked.
Ooh, would be tough.
Yeah.
As we go to Philadelphia, embezzlement is the headline this morning as we pull this up. When we pull this up, here we go. An arrest has been made. The Philadelphia Police Department went over with the handcuffs and walked away. Letitia Jones Smith has been arrested. She worked over at Doc's Toyota for the last 3 years. She's been arrested on $71,000 worth of embezzlement. Now, the police tell me that they expect more charges to follow. As we know, Doc's Toyota was in Louisville before that, and they expect to find more in the Louisville area as they track the books back. And more, this is a story that is breaking, more to come on this $71,000. She has been released on a $25,000 bond from the police department. But again, more charges are coming. There is just absolutely no way to hide this stuff. It will come out.
Yeah, so I'll watch Amy while she's doing some work, and she'll get frustrated. And she's balancing everything out. And I'm like, what is wrong? She said, I can't find this one penny. I said, you're sitting here dealing with $8 million that you're trying to pay bills with and all and reconcile, and you're upset over one penny. And she said, oh, yeah. This will zero out.
An accountant's got to do that, don't they?
Oh, yeah. She's just got it. She cannot move on until she finds it. And she will dig and find it.
The question for you is, do you balance your checkbook?
No. I've got an app that if I go spend something in this account, I get on there, and if it's $9.80, then I just put in there I spent $10.
Yeah, so you round it off to the largest number.
It always rounded up. That way, if I look and say, ooh, I got zero, I might have a couple dollars up in there. Tim, that was Ryan Brown, so yeah.
There you go.
That took that picture. He's always behind the camera.
We'll keep you updated on this story out of Philadelphia as we watch this. More coming up. We're going to have Dr. Alan Brown in with us. He's been a guest before. That is next. And we'll tell you about an event that he's got going on that is starting on Saturday. They'd like for you to come out. We'll talk about all that next as we begin your, Thursday?
Thursday already.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. As a former Meridian Police Department cadet and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office Ranger, public safety will always be a top priority. As supervisor, I'll stand with our brave law enforcement officers and promote law and order. I'll approve funding for necessary personnel, training, and equipment to ensure professional service and safer community. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid Political by friends of Chris Bullock. We thought we'd pass along a special advisory to folks that are getting somewhere near around 39 to 40. Your vision is fixing to go away. If you didn't know that, just wait.
That's right. And if you don't keep up with it, I think the prescriptions done run out on these things.
After my surgery, I can read anything a quarter mile off. I just can't see nothing in between me and Odie. He's a blur over here.
I tell you, between the two of us, we got a half a set of eyeballs. Mr. Harvey Cleveland, good morning. Appreciate you watching.
Yes,
Miss
sir.
Charlotte had some nice words saying we're the best show. And,
Thank you.
we have to agree.
Yeah, oh yeah. We can't
so-
back off on that one.
Yeah.
We go to our English professor today to try to learn a word because, well, it's never been said correctly in our neck of the woods. Now, we can all say sugar log, we can say wahalik, but we all have a problem with pronouncing Sukanachi, or do you say Sikanachi? So let's go to Dr. Alan Brown to find out exactly how we should pronounce this word. Alan, how do you exactly say that word?
That word is pronounced Sukarnachi.
Oh, yeah, he added a whole
R in
different...
there, yeah.
Say it again.
Sukarnachi.
You put a U in it.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's
Sukkar.
spelled with a U.
Right. but
Succarnochee.
Southern Kemper County calls it Sikanachi.
And you don't even have that wrote down.
He does
that out.
Now, you've got these... Now I can't say it.
Sukarnachi.
You're going to mess this up. This is big.
It's
Jackie
live.
Jack really tried to bring light to it by having a review named after it.
Yeah.
No one's ever been able to spell it, but
Well, except Doc over here, just spit it right on out.
there you go.
You didn't ask what it means.
What does it mean?
It means hogs bathe in the river.
Don't drink the water. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. This is an Indian name, correct?
Choctaw Indian.
Choctaw
yeah.
Indian.
Yes.
And you've got a big day coming up with this. And what is it called?
We do. It is called the Sukanachi Folklife Festival. It celebrates the old crafts and that people used to do every day, years and years ago.
That's just a way of life. You're
Well,
trying.
yeah. So we'll have a potter coming, basket maker, a quilter. There'll be a beekeeper. He'll be selling his honey, and people will sell their wares there. We also have a sign maker, jeweler, just all kinds of crafts and things that you couldn't really go to Walmart and buy.
Now, this is going to be in Livingston, correct?
This is in Livingston. It is at the courthouse. It's on the courthouse square, and it's well shaded.
That's important.
Lots of big trees, and 9 to 3 o'clock. We'll have music as well, and I will be selling books and telling ghost stories.
Oh, we're going to get into some ghost
yeah.
story stuff here in a little bit.
Yeah, and I advise that people usually come in the morning because
Yeah.
it gets a little warm later in the afternoon.
So come early, enjoy. And then, of course, the threat of severe weather would be late, so you'll beat all of that and still enjoy yourself.
Right.
First part of the day is good. So have you ever tried any of this basket making? Because I know you're real good at this stuff that goes on.
I have, no. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
You go out in the woods to get a young white oak tree, about a foot in diameter, and then you cut it in 4-foot sections, and then you split it into strips, And the ones that they're going to sell at the festival are different sizes.
Yeah.
So there'll be little ones. The big ones they used to put cotton in, those are expensive too.
Wow.
Yeah. I've got a little one that is a casserole dish holder, and I use it at Christmas time.
So did they use a knife to split that?
Yeah.
I reckon how many trips to the hospital that was?
I don't know. But it's time consuming, and
It had to be. It's a lot of love goes into that, so to speak.
yeah.
So everything there is going to be handmade.
It's handmade, and they'll demonstrate these crafts as well.
That's the fun part of watching them make what you're going to buy. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there'll be things for kids to do. There'll be a bounce house and yard games and stuff like that.
I bet they don't have yard darts.
No, I bet you they don't.
They'll have the fake yard darts. Don't have the point on them.
We were the only idiots that throw a metal dart at each other.
I remember those.
yeah.
The big,
Yeah.
shoo.
If you move, you're yeah.
It was exciting. your life was on the line.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
So this all gets underway tomorrow morning, beginning
Yes.
at 9, right?
Yes.
Livingston?
Yes. Oh, there'll be food there too.
Oh.
So you can get pork skins and cracklings and chicken on a stick
Chicken on sticks, good, y'all.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
and funnel cakes.
Check that
Funnel
out.
cakes are good.
Yeah. We're a fan of all this part. You just made the entire festival better here.
That's right.
We rated on food. How good is the food?
We'll go
You
see
gotta give-
everything else while we're
You
eating.
got to give husbands something to do because typically they're forced to follow around on Saturday morning.
Well, if the wife is spending money and the husband doesn't have a chicken on a stick in his hand, then he's going to be griping the whole time.
Feed him.
Feed us, and we won't worry about what you're doing.
That's the way it works. Again, Dr. Alan Brown in with us this morning as he tells us about the. You go ahead.
Sukarnachi
Now-
Folklife Festival.
I have a complex about saying the word.
Scotty, wait, let me say one more thing.
Okay, put it out.
Okay, about the Sukarnachi Folklife Festival. Eventually, you're going to get it.
I'm gonna work on it.
I'll keep saying it. The theme is Sumter County Goes International. It celebrates the broadcast of a recording by a local woman whose name was Vera Hall.
Yeah.
She was a folk singer. And her song, the song that she sang was Another Man Done Gone. And it was played as an example of American folk music. And it was broadcast all over Europe.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And folk song collectors came from all over the country to Livingston to collect folk music. And Livingston was
So that's
on
how
the
this
map.
festival is all tied around. That.
Yes, it's all tied around that.
Well, that's pretty cool.
We learned something today.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Dr. Alan Brown, folks, and he'll be back in a minute. We're going to talk some more about some ghosties. All that's next.
Your local farmer knows a good deal when he sees one. The L-Series Kubota tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA and offered at Parish Kubota with 0% financing available. Come see why we're more than a tractor store at Parish Tractor.
Mark your calendars for the Spring Extravaganza Show coming Saturday, April the 15th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and conveniently located at the old Office Max building at Bonita Lake Circle. From boutique clothes, shoes and accessories, children's clothing, spring plants, jewelry, gift items. Come shop and have lunch with Jack's Sausage Dogs. The Spring Extravaganza Gift Show coming Saturday, April the 15th from 9 until 4 at the old Office Max building in Meridian. Call Becky at 601-480-1776.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Odie on an early, wet Thursday morning. Well, what happens overnight, Odie, when You're driving along and you go, what's that in the roadway? Let's go ahead and investigate this as we pull this up this morning. This would be 45th Avenue is where this was at last night, right off of 8th Street, 45th and 9th Street. Someone would come along and, well, they were laying right in the middle of the road. Don't think it was any major serious injury, but the police were called, and they got the little folks that run the ambulance to come over and put them in it and, well, drive
Let's go
them
get
home.
you checked out.
Yeah. I don't know what it was about, why they didn't make it out of the roadway.
Yeah, there's no telling.
And that happened the other night. I also got a report. It was not Naked Man. I did get a report from somebody. It was called the Shirtless Man. We may have to start a new fad in Meridian, walking down the middle of North Hill Street at about 11:30 one night. Not the same people. He didn't
Maybe
fit
he's working up to get his number.
He may be. One article of clothing at a time.
He's just testing the water.
Yeah, he was right in the center line, just walking there. So they picked up the phone. They also called police and then let me know of, yep, dude walking down the road with no shirt on. Look kind of odd.
Yeah. Get him for the next block. He'll have his socks off.
And Naked Man typically wears his socks because he doesn't want to hurt his feet. I don't know if y'all know that.
Might be tender on the bottom.
Didn't have nothing on but a pair of socks. Things that go on after midnight in our small little southern town. Now look, and I also yesterday, I still get messages from friends that run record labels, and they send me music from Nashville. I didn't even know this guy was somebody, but let me just point blank say it ain't country. Number one, it ain't you, and he's gonna be playing at the George Jones Festival, and it ain't nowhere near country. And his name. When was the last time that you heard a country artist called Jelly Roll?
Now, I know who
rap,
you're talking about, and I've seen him on some country. He was at CMA, and now I don't watch CMA.
Correct, because it ain't country.
Right, but he was on there. Now, he's a rough-looking character, but now from what I understand is he's done some bad things.
Imagine that.
He went
My name is Jelly Roll.
That's it. And he went in and served his time.
Yeah.
And gave his life to the Lord and came out and...
I have to say the rapping, whatever it was I did, him sing was about sometimes he doesn't go to church and he knows that he should and he knows that he's doing... It had a good meaning, but
it's not
it ain't country.
Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely snuck his way into the country genre.
I don't know how this stuff happens.
One way or another. Well, he had a guitar playing rap, and so they figured, we could sneak that in. It's the only thing I can figure.
You can really fool the American public. It's really happening these days.
Well, look what happens every day from what the government says.
Yep.
Take this shot, it'll be okay. Okay.
Let me sit down.
Scotty Ray. Ooh. So he's not exactly Charlie Pride.
No, he is nowhere near Charlie Pride.
Okay.
No,
I don't know what you really... It is rap. I mean, if it sounds like rap and they move around like it's rap. I'm not saying that the guy's not talented. I'm just saying don't tell me that it's country.
That's right.
And then I went ahead and listened to the next 10 songs that I couldn't wait to break the knob on my computer to get rid of it. It's just really nothing country.
Hey, Roy says Jelly Roll is good, and he is, just in his own genre.
Jelly Roll, because he
said country rap.
That ought to be a law against that to even say that in the same sentence, country rap.
Oh, yeah.
It all started, and Debbie, if you're watching, you can back me up when Toby Keith come out with, I want to talk about me. I want to talk about, that was rap. I don't care what you say.
Dawn said country rap's getting popular.
Yeah, not in Scotty Ray's world. Y'all can have my share of it. I'm selling my shares today. Odie, you ain't gonna believe this, but we had gunfire in Meridian, Mississippi last night. Let's just go on and show everybody where it happened. It would be over on, 40th Avenue. We had gunshots fired at 40th Street, 40th Avenue. Now, no one was hurt, but it was the sound of ta-ting, ta-ting going off into the midnight distance.
Pow, pow, pow.
Let's go on over and let's go up to the 900 block of 42nd Avenue, just off of 8th Street. We would hear more of the same. Yep, it was gunfire last night. Again, no one injured. This is directly across from Rose Hill Cemetery is where that happened. No one hurt, no one injured. We always like to point out when we know the 100% truth on all of that. We did have another accident last night as we go back here to pull this up. This would be at mile marker 117 as you're leaving Meridian and you're going toward Newton. This is where this accident would be. It involved an 18-wheeler that, well, just couldn't stay in the roadway. It kind of ran off in the medium there. He was headed east and ended up on the westbound side.
You know, I bet that was a heck of a ride for him.
Yeah, I bet he had to go get some new underwears this morning.
Sure did.
that will scare you a little bit there. Alan, have you ever been in a fender bender before?
Yes.
Isn't it like slow motion as it's happening? It's just...
Yes.
So, y'all be careful. We don't want anybody in these slow motion events today.
No, not at all. Slow down.
That's right.
To make it there safely.
Let's see here. Now, let's go back to Philadelphia. As we talked about Philadelphia, we've had an embezzlement case that has broke loose up there. Now, we've also got some thieves on the loose. Beatline community. And there's nothing worse than someone who works hard, that gets up at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning, goes to work, and they get home at 3 o'clock, only to discover that their home has been broken into. Eric Clark is not going to take it. They're working around the clock to solve this as we find out that a side-by-side has been stolen from Neshoba County. Now, it's theirs, and it needs to be returned.
That's right. So if you see this out and about, call the law. There's the Crime Stoppers number, 855-485-8477, and let them know. Let them go out and check that out.
Just a shame that you get up and you want to have something, you finally get it paid for, and then somebody comes and takes it. So, Beatline community, we do want that solved. Call Eric if you can't find that number to... the number to call Crime Stoppers, whatever the case is, we want it solved as quickly as we can. There's people already lining up this morning to go try it out. And what am I talking about?
I've kept up. I've had a friend of mine that has kind of posted constantly on Facebook the progress. So to see this thing come out, pretty neat. The
new bridge there on 493 in Covington's Curve, or you can call it Lee's Bait and Tackle, or the Tabernacle Church of, is that a Baptist church? Tabernacle
I'm not
Baptist?
Sure if it is or not.
It's Tabernacle, I know that much.
Right there on
the
the corner. Well,
curve.
Between at the creek.
At the creek. Yeah. But that's where the new bridge is. Try it out sometime today, and I don't think it's going to be any one-lane traffic today, so that's a relief there as we start getting a little bit of traffic flowing back through there. Another thing, I kept getting, I even called you and I said, Odie, do you know anything about a wreck or anything happening on Highway 19? Well, we had the Highway 19 right, but it was Highway 19 South is what I would find out, and it turns out if you were hung in traffic yesterday, this is what was going on. MDOT were doing shoulder work to some degree on the road there, and it slowed it down. Now, we don't know if they'll be working there again today, but expect a delay on Highway 9. It's 2-lane. It's going to slow things.
But it's going to be good, especially doing that shoulder work and getting that done where the water will drain nice and not stay on the road, but get off the road.
Let's go to the Scotty Ray Correction Department as we find out the name of the church is Grace Baptist is what we're being told.
There we go.
Where did I get Tabernacle from?
We learned something. Sandra says ammo is not cheap with all these people shooting.
No, it's not. I would have bet you a $100 bill a while ago that I was right on that. Tabernacle. Where did I get that from? Did you use that word this morning and I just wanted to say it?
I don't think. Tabernacle's not in my common use vocabulary. I have to dig back in the file cabinet to get tabernacle.
I don't know what goes on in my head. Grace Fellowship Church. Boy, I apologize to the entire congregation. They're reading your sign wrong.
My bad.
It really was. I don't know where that comes from. I must have seen something with the word tabernacle on it yesterday.
But with this show, you won't have to wait 3 weeks to get a retraction.
Absolutely not.
We do it immediately, right after we make the mistake.
When we know that we made a mistake.
And we've got the seal of approval back there to say we could.
Yeah, we do. There he is sitting twinks us. Let's go ahead and pull it. We had an accident yesterday in Newton County also. This was a pretty big one. They had to bring out the jaws of life. We hope everybody is okay. I know that at least one person was taken to the hospital. As we go to Highway 494, let's zoom in on this. This was the 5100 block right there as we had Cooter and the come on up with the tow truck.
You said that, and I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, I said, if that's Cooter's garage.
That's it.
Right there.
You got to have one of those haul away some vehicles. Mississippi Highway Patrol, along with Newton County Sheriff's Department, went up on that. 2-car wrecked there, and we do hope everybody is okay. But it blocked traffic for couple hours.
And that's a heavy traveled road right through there. A lot of people live over that way that work in Meridian and go through that way going home. And
just west of Little Rock is where that all happened there. On the way, we've got more coming up this morning. We're going to look back in time and also talk with Dr. Alan Brown about some ghostesses. All that's on the way. Good morning.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and overs and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 invites you by to take a look at a brand new product they've got. Odes, ATVs, and UTVs. These side-by-sides range from 800 to 1,000 cc's, and they come with heat or air. Whether you're doing work around the farm or hunting, they've got the unit just for you to keep warm or cool, depending upon that Mississippi and Alabama day. Swing by for a test drive today at Freeman Tractor. See coleslaw, buttermilk, and don't forget you can meet their newest employee, Eggplant. That's Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. You know, if there's one thing in life you need to know, and that's how to build something. And believe it or not, they teach that right here in Meridian. If you're ready for a career and you want to make something yourself, MCC offers you a big trade, construction trade of how to build.
Yeah, and it's not just building the house, but it's how to wire the house, how to plumb the house, the air conditioning that goes in it, the duct work to move the air around, the framing of it, the concrete. It's every single bit, all the way down to machinery work. You can learn that trade and go out and get you a new career doing that trade and make money with your hands. And you can learn how to do that right here in Meridian at MCC.
Even the foundation. Now, you know, that's an important thing, building one of those. There's great money in making a living doing that.
Yeah, just the foundation itself, because if you don't have a good foundation, whatever you build on top is not stable.
And the next thing that every house has got to have, and you really got to be good at this, and if you've got a talent with wood, cabinetry, making cabinets, can you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, all the little intricate work to your framing anything. And you can learn how to do that right here.
Call them 484-8863 is the number to call, all the way up to MCC, and they'll take care of you there. As Dr. Alan Brown joins us this morning, we want to test you here on some history things that happened on this day. This guy is hard to pull anything over. Dr. Alan Brown is just well-rounded with history. He's good at it.
He's good.
And we're going to do a special before long of course, Alan, how many books are you up to now?
I think 43. 43
books about ghosts, and basically for my area here in the Deep South, and you know all about ghosts. They follow you around a lot. If you've never been on one of his have we ever got this set up in Meridian yet for a tour of the ghost yet? Is that in the works, or where did that end up?
Well, it's still up in the air.
Up in the air?
Yeah.
If this ever comes through, and I know that you've met with officials and it's been talked about, I hope this happens, because it is really, really good. Mm-hmm. So, all right, let's take a trip back in time today. Let's go back to, what year was it? 1743. I know you know this guy. He would get in a few arguments. He would help write the Declaration of Independence, and, he became the third president of the U.S. of A. And I know you know who I'm talking about.
And he had red hair.
He did. That right there has him gray hair. Thomas Jefferson was born, and he would also, what bill is he on, Alan? He did get his own currency.
20. No.
No, you're close.
10.
No, you're way off now.
I know it's not the 100.
Nope, it's the $2 bill.
Really?
That's right. And if there's any bank out there that's got some $2 bills that they want to sell, get in touch with me. I want some $2 bills.
South Dakota, in a little town called Dallas, South Dakota, they have loads of them. Just telling you that if you ever want to go there.
If they'll mail me some.
Here you are.
Let me tell you something else about Thomas Jefferson.
What else?
Thomas Jefferson went to Italy.
Yeah.
Came back with tomato plants, and prior to this, people thought tomatoes were poisonous, and so he started growing them and making pasta, and he popularized tomatoes in this country.
I did not know that. Now we know.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson, founder of the tomato.
You know. You remember that series?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'm going to show you somebody else here that rarely, most people say he was pretty awful at his portrayal of trying to follow the footstep of Jock. She remarried and it just was a flop. Nobody ever liked him. I think his name was Clayton. Anybody remember this guy taking over Jock's position on Dallas? Do you remember that?
I was looking at it going, okay, now something seems familiar, but I could not place it until
That's
you
Miss
said
Ellie.
Dallas.
Dallas is where it is. His name was Howard Keel. He was born on this day, and it just never fit in on the TV show back in the late 80s. He just didn't fit in. Jock was a man's man.
Well, yeah.
Okay, y'all didn't seem to care about that. I'm going to go on. Anybody ever watch that TV show called Get Smart where he put his head up to his shoe?
Yeah.
Well, here it is. It's his birthday today. Don Adams had a birthday today, born in 1923.
You know, wasn't they the ones that had the secret, or not secret, but you had to talk in private, so it was between two people, and each one of them had a plastic bubble with a tube that went in between?
I missed that part.
You missed that. That was one of their gadgets.
I didn't watch a whole lot of Get Smart. I know the girl on there was really cute. I remember watching that, and she was a big hit, but I didn't watch a lot of that.
I watched it. Then they had a remake back in probably the 90s.
Oh, maybe. Okay, let's see what else happened today. 1922. I almost forgot about this, her being born today. Doris Day was born. There you go.
A while back, yeah.
Been quite a few of those. Let's see what else happened. And the only reason I bring up this next guy's birthday is because he got to hang out with a pretty woman.
Because that was a good picture to show.
Yeah, he was also on the Love Boat, and I think he done some game shows, but he would be remembered by standing next to this young lady, Wonder Woman, Lyle Wagner, born on this date in 35. You remember him?
Oh, yeah, and wasn't he on Carol Burnett, too?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure was.
But I liked Linda Carter.
I did too. That was the whole point of this whole thing. We sit around and we go, how can we show Wonder Woman tomorrow?
Hey, Scotty Ray.
Talk to me, Alex.
Standing next to Linda Carter, he's kind of invisible.
He is. Nobody saw him. That's a good point, Alex.
Good camouflage.
Let's see what else happened on today. Each of us have probably at some point walked. This was a big movie when it come to the bad guys.
Yeah.
Anybody remember the movie Goodfellas?
Sure.
The lead guy passed away not long ago, but you'll also remember this guy from that movie, Paul
Sorvino.
Yeah, him. Yeah, he's having a birthday today. But doesn't he just look like I'm in the mob? And you mess with me, I'll get you.
His name and everything does.
Yeah, it
He didn't even have to change anything.
But he was also in NYPD. He had a big part in that show too. I never watched that.
Yeah, it was. I've watched a few of them.
What about the Tom Selleck new show? And it may be gone now.
Blue
Bloods.
Bloods?
Have you ever watched it?
I don't watch it. No particular
did?
reason.
Is it
Watch
good?
it every Friday.
Good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
No reason I hadn't. Just I hadn't.
Yeah, Tom Selleck usually plays pretty good parts.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that could play Quigley Down Under, I mean, you got to give him
Yeah.
one of the best Westerns I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Y'all watch that if you get a chance.
Yep.
Let's see what else happened today. It would be From Leave It to Beaver. Anybody remember watching that?
Man,
1945.
That was a good show. And hate that he passed not too long ago.
Yeah, it was within the last year.
Yeah.
So there you are on that.
Wow.
Let's see. This guy, he has a very distinctive look. Most of you will remember him from being, and I have never watched this. I've been told that it's a must-watch television series.
Well, I hadn't watched it either.
Sons of Anarchy? Anybody?
Yep.
Ron Perlman. And I think he played Hellboy. Is that right?
Hellboy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to think it, but that's what it was.
I didn't watch that either.
He was also the Beast in the Beauty and the Beast TV show.
Well, I'll be dog.
It just rang my bell when you said that. I
Well,
forgot.
I don't see the beauty part in him.
It's
No.
not there. It's not there.
I think he was the Beast.
He was the beast. That's right.
But Everyone tells me how good that TV show Sons of Anarchy was. And it may have had some language. I'm not, because I hadn't watched it, but I'm told it really was a good show. So maybe one day I'll sit down when it's a rainy day and watch this. You'll remember this name. Anybody remember Ricky Schroeder?
Yep.
He would grow up and get to be in a Dolly movie after Silver Spoons. There he is, born in 1970 on this day. He almost looks like the same kid.
Close to it, yeah.
Just old.
Silver Spoon. Golly.
That's been a while.
Remember, I hadn't even thought about that.
I thought you'd like to know that today.
Yeah, why not? It grows them brain wrinkles.
We had Christy say that Blue Bloods is an awesome TV show.
Yep. And I like stuff like that. I just hadn't sat down and watched that one yet. And, I'll go catch up with it on Hulu or
one of those,
something, and just start binge watching it one of these days.
Beverly is saying that she thinks that Sons of Anarchy does have some of that language in there that is not suited for some folks. Most of us.
Palate.
Anybody remember, and I can't remember what his name, the TV dad's name was on there, but My Three Sons, anybody remember that?
Hugh Beaumont.
Is that what it was?
Oh, wait a minute. No, not Hugh Beaumont.
No, that was on Leave It to Beaver.
That was Leave It to Beaver. That was...
Let's pull his picture up there.
Fred McMurray.
Fred McMurray, you're right. And Alan is doing this without being able to see what's on, no pictures, because I have something unplugged. Whoops.
I watched those shows back in the 50s.
1972, it ended today. Today was the last day that show entered. And was it common at that time to have a male guy be the maid of the house, or is maid the word, or housekeeper, or butler? But they had one there, Uncle somebody.
Yeah.
No, I can't even think of it.
But I am right, it was a male.
Yeah.
He was the uncle, and he took care of it. Because the daddy, if I remember, he was a aviation architect.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say that I fit a lot better in with Aunt Bee and her pickles. y'all know that.
Beverly said, "Don't watch that show with your children."
Even
your grown children.
Good point. She's talking about Sons of Anarchy.
Uncle Charlie. That's it.
Uncle Charlie.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Y'all are all over this. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 74. Did you sing this song? Because I didn't.
Well, of course I did.
It was not my type. Anybody remember?
Beanie and the Jets.
There it is. I don't know what that was about. Did it have a meaning?
It was Beanie and the Jets.
Oh, okay. Benny was hanging out at an airport, or?
It had to be.
Hey, Scotty Ray.
Yeah, talk to him.
Uncle Charlie was William Frawley, who played Fred Mertz on I Love Lucy.
Forgot about that. That face was familiar.
Yeah, that's him.
He caught it there on I Love Lucy.
And still no pictures, no cheating, no nothing.
That's right. This guy, I only recognized his face. His name I didn't recognize. His name was Jonathan Brandis. And then I remembered, what's his name? I Get No Respect.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all remember the movie that he was in called Ladybugs? This guy was the main little guy that he dressed as his daughter that was really his son to win the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had started what's going on now years ago, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah. And he had to hide him then.
His big show was Sequest. He passed away in 2003 at a young age there. And he was even in that movie with Chuck Norris, Sidekicks, if y'all remember all of that. Thought we'd bring it up there. You got to bring up anybody that was in a movie with Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
Just got to. TV Guide, she was the hottest thing that was going on back in 91. She was making $55,000 a show at that time. And we were talking about this lovely lady right here, Delta Burke. Married to Major Dad.
Yep. Right here in Mississippi.
Sure was. That was 91. And that kind of concludes what happened on this day in history. We got more coming up. We'll talk to Dr. Alan Brown about some ghosts. All that's on the way next. Y'all don't rush off.
If you're building or remodeling your home and finally getting around to that to-do list, before you spend your hard-earned money anywhere else, do yourself and your pocketbook a favor and check out the huge selection available at Southern Pipe and Supply. They have a large showroom on Highway 39 North in Meridian. You can check out the large selection of tubs, showers, sinks, and faucets. Southern Pipe for all of your heating and air conditioning system upgrades, along with standby generators in preparation for storm season. And we're local, Southern Pipe and Supply.
What drives us may be different, but what we share is the pursuit. Whether taking on the job site or your own backyard, let the pursuit of the perfect cut begin. Steel's zero-turn mowers are here. Real Steel. Find yours.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service, convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Spring is in the air at the Neshoba County Co-op, located at 338 West Main Street, downtown Philadelphia. If you're looking for that perfect flower for your home or getting ready for a garden, whether it's butter beans, peas, or tomatoes, they've got it all there. The fishing calendar says it's great at the Neshoba County Co-op, whether you're bass fishing or if you're out for crappie. From new rod and reels to getting the exact lure, or maybe that worm that you're hunting. Grab a pole and go fishing today. And let's not forget about turkey season. And remember, all roads lead to the Neshoba County Co-op. Well, our friend Chet's standing by this morning. Why? It's raining, and a lot of times when it rains, this happens. Folks come to see Chet because there's a fender bender or two. 737-2961. There are so many vehicles that they fixed from every inch of a car that's been dented, bent, frames. They straighten all of this and take care of it. Why does Chet stay in business? Well, word of mouth of the quality work that he does in a timely manner. They'll take care of you. If they shake hands with you, that's the way it goes down. From being T-boned at a red light, that happens too. Also, as we look at this front-end damage, whatever the case is, bring it by. They'll put it in their paint booth that is just excellent there to make sure that no flaws are in the paint. They'll process that insurance work for you. Visit them today at Chet. You'll find them there. And Center Hill, easy to find. Again, that number, 737-2961. Good, honest, hard-working folks that take care of you. They'd love to see you today as well. Alan, as we've mentioned, we've been on many, many adventures together. And what do you rank the state of Mississippi, and let's narrow it down to our area, as in from here to Jackson, over to Alabama, and north to Columbus, and to the Gulf Coast. What do you say is the scariest of haints that you've ever run into in that general area?
Oh, you're talking about personal experiences.
Yeah.
I'd have to say Marihope.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, yeah.
She's a heifer.
Well, when you and I and Debbie spent the night there those two times,
we
had some experiences there.
It is something there.
There is something there.
And that's why it's never broken into.
Yeah.
Well, y'all ever notice that? Crime all around, nothing ever happens there?
Wow. It was once. And what happened was the docents opened up the building and looked out the window in the back, and there was a long ladder and a bunch of tools on the ground.
Yeah.
And the window was broken, and someone had tried to get in, but something scared them.
And they had to leave in the middle of
stealing.
stealing.
They took off, and the ladies who work there say that it's probably Eugenia, the nice ghost.
She never did get a man, did she?
No.
This could be the whole haunting thing of looking for a husband.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Marihope, it is quite the experience of, we've heard the footsteps on the porch, and then you go to the doorbell rings, no one's there.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Yeah.
Woo! We'll give you the EBGB.
You can run faster than you think you can.
I bet you can.
Yes. Feet do your stuff.
That we've interviewed Alan before, and the opinion of, do you really think, and we'll ask again here for the folks who've never watched us interview on this subject, do ghosts really exist, or is it a figment of people's imagination?
Oh, people ask me that all the time.
And your answer is?
My answer is that for the people who have seen them or heard them or smelled them, they do exist. It's all about personal experience. And if you haven't seen one, that doesn't mean they don't exist.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen germs.
But they exist.
And I have interviewed too many people who were not drunk or crazy, who had these experiences, to just dismiss them and say they're a bunch of foolishness.
Now, overall, do you rate a ghost experience of not hurting you, or is it more of it could be danger involved with it? Which way does it go?
No, most people who get hurt during one of these encounters hurt themselves trying to get away. They trip over something or fall down. But no, most ghosts are not malevolent. In fact, most ghosts don't even know you're there.
They're busy haunting their own thing.
Yes, yeah.
That's my thing with a harmless snake. There's no such thing as a harmless snake. The snake may not hurt me, but I will hurt myself getting away from the snake.
Right.
So it is not harmless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Ooh, when the light turned itself off, what do you think? I've had light.
Or he didn't pay your electric bill.
It's one of the two things.
Yeah.
Robin says she's seen 2 ghosts in her lifetime. We have actually run up on several things. Magnolia Hall, where we went and stayed, was.
Oh yeah.
So with all this being said, we really got to plan a big trip here. Odie's never been on one.
And the Temple Theater.
You think she's there?
Well, Frank Evans, man, I miss him, brother of mine, played the organ there for years. He talked about that lady was there.
I've never gotten a vibe or anything there. I haven't, but that.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen or experienced anything there. What about the Grand Ole Opry House downtown, or the
Opera
House?
Yeah.
On 5th. Anything in it?
Are you talking about the Riley Center?
The Riley Center, yeah.
Yeah.
Had the same name.
Yeah.
You were close.
Close.
Grand Ole Opera House.
Right up here where they moved it from Nashville.
Yeah, it was the Opera. It was, what was it before the Riley Center?
It was the Opera House.
Okay.
The Grand Opera House.
Yeah, the Grand.
They had to meet certain qualifications to be classified as a Grand Opera House.
It just wasn't the old.
Yeah, I've already mispronounced the name this morning, so you're entitled to name one wrong also.
My apologies.
But there are things like this. Now, y'all, we're gonna really lay out one of these and document it. We're gonna do this one night.
We need to.
We're gonna do that. More on the way as we bring you your early wet Thursday morning. Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. You could be looking for that perfect thinking of you gift. Or maybe it's just a happy you need, whether live or artificial, no matter what the need is in your family. Whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again. Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
My mama said I need a truck because this lawnmower's the devil.
Buddy, we can do it!
Need a truck?
We can do it!
Need a van?
We can do it!
Need an SUV?
Buddy, we can do it!
Need some luxury? We've got you there too.
We can do it!
At Interstate Auto, we can do it.
It would be proper to say, who you going to call? Snowden and Company is when you call when you need a new home. They do that for you. Great folks. If you're looking for a home anywhere in the county, maybe it's Lauderdale, Clark, Newton, even over toward the Jackson area, when you get into the Flowood area, they can sell you a home. Maybe it's a piece of land that you're looking for. They've got all of this. If the home is not there that you're looking for right now, talk to Amanda, her staff. They'll put a little note there. When it comes available, they'll let you know. They'll tell you all about it. They're professionals at it, and they know what they do. 601-453-3937 is that number to call. Get in touch with them. They'll tell you so much more about this. You'll see these signs around town that says, just sold. Be a part of that growing community that trusts her. Snowden and Company Real Estate, right here in Meridian. 453-3937 is the number to call, and they'll help take care of everything. Already 7:54 as we're moving along this early morning there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going quick. Miss Margie said, I've got some $2 bills, and there's a couple other that's $2 bills. I'm not just wanting a couple of them. If you've got, I want to buy 50. I use
big
these,
spender. What do you do with them?
I use these as tips on the cruise ship. So if one of the people come by and you give them a $2 bill that sticks out, they keep an eye on you, and when you need something, they're pretty close to bringing it to you.
You know what?
I use $2 bills to tip with.
A $10 bill gets you more attention.
Yeah, but I couldn't tip but
one
once.
person.
Yeah.
A lot of folks chiming in on the Hanks and all this. You mentioned Anthony sent you a text. He lives in an old haunted house, doesn't he?
He's got an older home. I want to say late 1800s that they've redone.
We'll have to take Alan down and let him see this.
Yeah. Wonder if you got any haunts in there, Anthony?
Let us know.
The sheriff with haunts in his house.
Alan is a professional at this, and he'll be joining us. We're going to have more updates on this.
Okay.
And again, give us the times of your event tomorrow.
It is not tomorrow. It's Saturday.
Oh, yeah. I keep thinking today's Friday.
It's Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Drop in. Again, that's the Sukanachi review. Did I get close?
You got it.
Woo!
Good job.
Anthony says, no, I don't have ghosts.
Sure.
Come on, now, you just ain't found
Where did we
yet.
bring Alan down there?
What year was your house built?
Long time
Sheriff,
ago.
Chancellor.
Hey, also want to bring this up. If you're looking for a job, don't forget our friends at Nick and Owls is hiring cooks, wait staff. Interviews will start this morning at 9 o'clock, Monday through Thursday. Anytime, drop in. If you need a job and need to get employed, talk to them. Nick will get you a job. Go by and visit them. Again, a great place to work. Great folks there.
Yes, it was. Look at his house was built in 1850.
Yeah, you got hanged. I hope you don't know this, and you better have your porch painted blue up there.
Yeah, they won that.
And it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and bury a tire in the yard. Paint it too.
And if you use a horseshoe, get a plastic one because that metal one will hurt when it's on.
Braid it up. He keeps saying negative. You just wait till you lay in there in bed and it janks you. Alan, we can't thank you enough for coming in and letting us know about everything that y'all have going on in Livingston tomorrow. We're going to come back tomorrow, and as always, we'll be here behind the scenes. Should the weather turn bad, we expect some rain showers today. Level 1 for us, but the worst of the weather east into Alabama, around Dothan, Alabama, expected today. Odie, when we're coming?
Yeah, so we'll be back in 23 hours. So thank you for spending your morning with us. Can't wait to spend tomorrow morning with you. Y'all have a wonderful day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.